Hello, my name is Duke Okeberg and I'm an English teacher here at Shar Gaden Monastery. I was given the opportunity to come here to South India to help the monks here study English as part of their primary education here at the monastery. I was asked by my good friend Zawatuka Rinpoche to give a brief overview of the educational program here at the monastery. The educational program really has two main components. The first component is the primary basic education that is very similar to schools in other parts of the world. The second component is the more advanced religious education that is pursued once the monk has finished his primary education. The Shar Gaden school is directed by a principal who is chosen during the general election. And the school principal must be a Geshe Rampa, which is a title similar to a PhD in religious studies and philosophy. Right now there are 8 full-time teachers here at Shar Gaden school, and 5 additional teachers who help when needed. There are also 8 full-time staff members who work in the Shar Gaden library here. It is at the Shar Gaden library where they create all the various texts that we use here at the Shar Gaden school. And they also catalog various teachings and so forth. A typical day here at the monastery begins at 6 a.m. Where the student attends their first prayer service, or puja. That usually lasts about an hour and a half. And it's at the first puja that the monk is provided with breakfast. Right now there's over 700 monks here at Shar Gaden Monastery. So 3 meals a day adds up to over 2,100 meals a day provided to the monks. Over 15,000 meals provided a week. So that gives you the idea of the needed support to continue to feed these monks and to keep them nourished so that they may continue their studies here at Shar Gaden Monastery. The school day begins at 8 a.m. There's 3 sessions in the morning. Then there's a brief period of lunch, followed by a short rest period or some time for some individual studies with their personal teacher. And then the school resumes again at 2 o'clock for 3 more class sessions. And we finish school at 5 o'clock. And then at 5 o'clock another meal is provided for dinner, and then after dinner a short rest period, and then further studies at 7 o'clock, sometimes lasting until 9 o'clock, sometimes 10 o'clock. And then even after that, some students pursue further studies with their personal teacher. Some of the subjects that we study here at Shar Gaden school are English grammar, Tibetan grammar, handwriting, memorization of scripture, some mathematics and history, and other subjects are studied individually with their personal teacher. We have an exam system here at Shar Gaden school. So we have a quarterly exam, a semi-annual exam, and an annual exam. And it is at the annual exam where it is determined whether the student is ready to advance into the next level of studies. And once the student has finished his primary education, then he is eligible to pursue the more advanced religious education, studying the great philosophical texts of Buddhism. But it is really the primary basic education that lays the foundation for his further studies. So some of my impressions since I've been here at the monastery, one of the first things I've noticed is just the eagerness to learn. Almost anywhere you go, or any time of day, you will find monks reciting scripture, debating with friends, studying texts with friends. Some study individually. And one of the classes that I have here for English is a voluntary class at 11:30 till 12:30. And it is not part of the school curriculum. It is all voluntary class, open to any student who is wanting to learn more. And I was very impressed with the number of students who come to the class. This is normally a time of day when they have the freedom to relax for a short time, to rest before they resume their afternoon studies. But many students come just to further their understanding, to learn a little more, to pick up some more vocabulary, learn a little more grammar. So very inspiring. Even on Mondays. Mondays is our holiday. Mondays is the only day that the students have free time, because Mondays is market day. So that is the day that the monks go into town to buy vegetables and so forth for the kitchen. But even on Mondays you will see the students reciting scripture, debating, studying texts. So that was one of the first things I've noticed here at the monastery, is how much of this monastery revolves around education. So I think it's very important to support the Shar Gaden Monastery and the Shar Gaden School, just because this is the foundation for the further spreading of our lineage. So that's basically my overview of the Shar Gaden School and the educational program here at the monastery. There are so many facets of learning here that I learn more each day that I'm here. And it's been a very life-changing experience for me to be here and to witness the rigorous study habits of these monks. So that's my general overview, and I thank you for listening, and have a good day.
아니 7년 못 담았어. 7년 70만 원.